What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Cinema Dudes podcast. We've been off the air for about 2 weeks now. We're back. We back.
What's up, man?
We back. How you been?
Oh, God damn, I'm feeling, I feel like shit. I feel like I have the coronavirus.
I really thought you were gonna go a whole different way with that right now. Like you were gonna say I feel good, but you just went.
Yeah, no, really, I'm kidding. I feel good.
He said I feel like shit. That's hilarious.
I feel like shit because of this whole coronavirus thing. It's making me depressed.
There was a lot of news that has came out in the last.
No, sorry, it's not coronavirus. It's called COVID-19.
Coronavirus.
COVID-19.
I'll take a Corona
I'll take a Corona too.
with some lime.
You know
and
what?
salt.
Fuck that. I'll take a Bud Light. Fuck that.
Bud Light.
I want a Bud fucking Light.
Ugh.
Eok. Go ahead, man.
So
what's up? Oh yeah, how you been?
It's been good. I mean, I've been busy.
Yeah.
If I'm not doing.
Oh yeah, because you guys are doing multiple podcasts.
Well, not only the multiple podcasts, but now I'm gonna have multiple channels now. I still got to release an original video for Cinema 101 that I have not done. I'm supposed to release one at the end of every month, and I have not done that yet. So sorry for you guys who are expecting that. I am working on it.
Sorry, guys.
But thank you to all our listeners over the platforms that we have.
Thank you guys. We're really. This is what we like to do. It keeps us going. So
yeah,
we're very very pleased that you guys are listening. You
been-
guys are taking out time out of your day for just to listen.
been very busy, man. It's
Traffic listeners too.
So
So we got a lot. There's a
lot to talk
lot.
about.
There's the past 2 weeks. There's a lot that went on.
So do you want to start with the movie first and then the news, or the news and then the movie?
How about we start with the movie?
The movie.
I
think the way we'll start structuring these podcasts from here on is we'll talk about a movie in the beginning, and then we'll bring up some news about either movies or TV shows.
Yes.
Towards like the middle end.
We're gonna go through that way. No.
That's kind of a good format, just to kind of stay loyal to it. But
You hear that, folks?
the movie we're talking about this week is Knives Out. I finally got to watch it. You finally got to watch it.
I finally did.
I wish I would have went to go see that in theaters.
You know that makes me. I felt the same way. I was like, as I was watching, I'm like, damn, why am I not watching this in the theater?
Like,
it was such a good. It would have been such a good experience just to watch it in the theater.
Yeah, I mean, just like same thing with Parasite. Like, I really wish I went to go see that in theaters.
Yeah.
And
just watching that, I mean, I dozed
same with
off
1917. Like, I really wanted to see that in like Dolby
yeah,
or an IMAX or something. You know,
that I would watch that on IMAX. I would love to watch that on IMAX.
I just don't know. Like, the theater by my house, like the IMAX theater sucks because they don't have the reclining chairs.
Where is it at?
Norwalk.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
And they don't have the reclining chairs, so I always go to Dolby, which is the next best thing.
Oh yeah, Dolby Digital. Well, the Dolby Digital, I think the nearest one's by the block, the outlet. Or sorry,
I have one at by my house.
Yeah, by my house. They're doing that lately.
Actually, all the AMC's now have the Dolby theaters.
I think they're doing that lately, so they're working on more of like the, they're putting more Dolby Digital as itself. So.
Yeah.
I actually sound a lot better with this.
I think because the mic is facing that way. Really.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I didn't realize.
Adjust your chair real quick. You can.
No, I'm fine. Sorry, visitors.
Because you're like leaning like.
I know. I was like, oh my god, my fucking back.
But Knives Out, man, it was such a good movie.
It's very great. It's greatly written. Yeah. It's so good. The writing. They had a good premise to it as well.
Yeah.
And the premise of that. My voice is slow.
I lowered it a little bit. Does it need to?
Yeah, I can't hear myself there. Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Breaking news, guys. We have a man that's sleeping in the couch.
He's got his freaking hands.
He's got his hands. I don't know what I'm saying.
He's awake now.
Okay.
It's okay.
Go back to sleep now. Sorry. So Knives Out.
I mean,
I
really thought that like going into this movie, like it was really. First of all, I like whodunit movies, like Clue.
Yeah, those are very. Have you seen the original Clue movie?
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I mean, it's made in the
it's based
80s,
off a board game too.
A board game, so it's kind of. It kind of makes a little sense, and the casting was it was pretty interesting too. Like Tim Curry, did it really well.
Yeah,
and like the ending had a very good way of putting it. It was
Very
like,
good way.
yeah, it was. It brought a good a conclusion to it. But this one, but like Knives Out. Knives Out was. It was pretty much like Clue with a twist.
Yeah.
It was like a different way.
Well, like,
'Cause- yeah.
so like right off the bat, though, I mean, just like they kind of show how he dies and what happens and everything. I think it was more on the line of the reveal at the end that kind of like added to it more. That kind of was like, okay, so this person was secretly the killer over everyone that we kind of thought it was.
Yeah.
Well, what I found interesting was the detective style way of Daniel Craig in this movie.
Ooh, yes.
Because in the beginning, like, he's trying to put everything together. By the way, I love his accent in this movie.
His accent,
it's hilarious.
He's like, I don't want to take part of this.
Yeah,
anymore.
he's he's like from the South or something. Yeah,
he does a really good Southern accent.
Yeah,
he
he's
does.
good.
If you don't realize, in his past movies, he's done a few of them.
Yeah,
he's done a few American accents.
He did one. He did a movie with Adam Driver where like they robbed.
Oh yeah, it's
robbed the bank or something. They played like brothers or something like that, or
not Baby Driver, but
no, but they were like stupid or something. He was kind of stupid. In
yeah,
there,
but he plays like a American.
But he's got an accent in there. I mean, and then but you know, I mean, this is a big step. I mean, they said they have plans that they could do sequels to this because you can. In the very beginning, they put out in the bat that he's this renowned, like, big time private detective. Like he solved one of the greatest cases in New York or whatever.
Yeah,
and he solved another case. So I can see how they could do sequels to this. They can kind of just go along with more of his cases and stuff. So you can get another case.
I think that like that's a great way. I wouldn't know how they would do it as a sequel, because it just, I don't know what they would do with the characters from there.
Yeah,
and the characters from there were like it just, I don't know, like it just, part of me is like thinking like, well, there could be another case with these characters.
Well, it wouldn't even be the cast. It would just be Daniel Craig that'd be returning. And it'd be like a whole new kind of characters. You know, it'd be a whole new case and a whole new cast.
Yeah. Well, they confirmed it, right? They confirmed that they're going to write.
I think Ryan Johnson wants to do another one. And by the way, this is a director who I do not like because of Episode 8. But if he sticks to his own films as original genre films, like, he does a really good job. Knives Out proves that. But, I mean, the cast was great. You had Michael Shannon in there. You had Jamie Lee Curtis was in there. Chris Evans was great. I can't name like all the cast off the top of my head, but every one of them were like solid in this movie.
Amy
the girl, I know the mom from Hereditary was in there.
The mom from Hereditary was in it.
She's always good.
Yeah, we got like Daniel Craig in there. Anna de Armas and Jamie Lee Curtis. You said Don Johnson's in it. Fucking Johnson. Weird, because he plays Jamie Lee Curtis' wife.
A husband.
Yeah, husband. Sorry, husband. Whoops. And then you got Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah.
Like he plays one of the. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
He plays like a very chill detective, but he also was another person. Was he played in Uncut Gems.
I've not gotten that far.
Oh yeah. Well, once you get there, he plays like one of the dealers in the movie.
But I mean, I really liked how you got to hear everyone's kind of story and their point of view, and then like the detective realizes all of them are kind of fake, and they all kind of wanted something from the dad, and then eventually he pieces together what really happened.
Right.
And you're seeing everybody's story back and forth, and you're seeing bits and pieces, and you're seeing the drama unfold, and you know who did what to who, or who's going after what.
Like everyone had a part in this.
Yeah.
And then that's why I liked about it. It's like it's with this kind of huge cast, you can't seem to do that and that's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to like control so many, like a huge cast like that, and go asking like certain ones, and asking certain like stories and what their background is like.
Yeah.
But this one kind of played out very, very well.
There's pizza. You want pizza?
Yeah. What's up, son? I'm going in.
Go for it. You're good.
No, you're fine.
Hey, fine.
So yeah, but like there was they had, everyone played a part in it, and like the cast is just great.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got to pick out these like phenomenal people, and there was just such a good mixture of it. So I liked it. I liked how that turned out.
Yeah, it was awesome. I really enjoyed this movie. If they do a sequel to it, I am very much looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see what's next in this if they do decide to make a sequel, because I just liked how the story was driven and how it kind of unfolded at the end, and kind of you just were kind of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So did you? We're gonna get into like the whole spoiler part.
Yeah.
Warning you. But you guys should watch it regardless. I think regardless of the spoiler, I think you guys should just watch the movie because it's like what you just said in the beginning. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great to watch.
Yeah.
Very interesting to watch. A great storyline. I think like what it was pretty interesting is that they kept Chris Evans which he ended up being the person that set up.
Kind of was involved with everything. Yeah.
Involved with everything, but they kind of had him backed.
Yeah,
not in the main part of the story.
They kind of made him for a little bit the good guy, trying to help her out and everything, and then it comes full circle that he was the one behind changing the medicines.
Yes.
And essentially, what I found interesting though was there was one part where Daniel Craig was like, "But you knew which medicine was different, and you still gave him the right dosage of the right medicine."
That was pretty.
And if you would have just called the hospital and everything, this guy would have still been alive. So he kind of committed suicide for no reason in a way. But it was that mistake that Chris Evans was automatically put on the blame and everything. And I do like there's a couple references in the movie where in the very beginning he talks about prop knives and stuff like that. Like if this was a prop knife, it would not be this sharp or anything. And that prop knife thing comes in full circle when Chris Evans takes out the knife from the throne and tries to stab the nurse, and then it's a prop pushing knife.
Think about that till now. Yeah.
It comes full circle. There's like little stuff that you got to pay attention to that will come full circle.
Did he understand the whole bunch of styles of knives in that wall?
Yeah.
Did you understand that? I really didn't.
It was just because I guess the dad was known for making mystery novels and stuff like that, and kind of whodunit novels. So it was kind of just an ode to a bunch of different either serial killers or horror or whatever over the year. Just a bunch of different knives and stuff. I mean, it's just I guess he was a weird guy, but
yeah. So what I was trying to apply to is that this Chris Evans didn't really come to the part until the middle.
Yeah.
The middle of the movie.
Yeah.
As we started realizing what the nurse did, the nurse what she accidentally did.
Yeah.
And then he kind of came in the middle, but he started to play a big old part of the movie.
Yeah.
The reason why but mostly I think it was the nurse and Christopher Plummer's character.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
And then but did you see in that scene where when he gets out the wrong doses? Doses.
Yeah.
Did you see his face when he just didn't care? He just didn't have this
Well, he just wanted the money.
He wanted the.
Talking about Chris Evans' character?
No. When Christopher Plummer gave wrong the doses. I can't even say the doses. The wrong medicine.
Oh, the dad.
The dad gave when the nurse gave him the wrong medicine.
He just didn't care.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to care. He was just but in your mind, how would you think that person thought about, that whole plan where she told him to go down, go downstairs?
He thought about that because I think because it comes more from his author standpoint where, he spent his whole life writing novels that have dealt with that, you know what I mean? It started with that, so
that makes sense.
He kind of knew the whole plan, from writing his novels, from one of his novels, that you're gonna go down, you're gonna do this, you're gonna set all this up, so you're gonna suspect you weren't here and everything, and it's just gonna play it out. You're gonna play stupid and
play stupid.
What I really like too, the character trait with the nurse was every time she lied, she got sick.
Yes, that was interesting. She said, well, she would puke.
Yeah.
Every time she'll lie, you puke, and then
I liked it at the end though when she lies about the girl living at the hospital, and then Chris Evans comes out and pretty much confesses, and then she's like I was just kidding, and she throws up all over him.
Yeah, that was I was so disgusted by that. I was like, damn, I would have done that too.
Oh yeah, and then you have the other cop, the fanboy cop over there just recording it all, which I thought was funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The other cop besides
he was a big fan of the books and stuff the dad wrote.
Well, there's an interesting thing I heard about this too. Is that did you know that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in this?
He was supposed to be in it? Or?
No, he's in it.
Who does he play?
He plays whatchamacallit? He plays Detective Hancock. Hard Rock. Yeah, Detective
When did
Hard
they
Rock.
show him?
So he's not physically in the movie. He's voice cameo in it.
Oh, okay.
So what he does is that so in the scene, there's a scene in when gosh damn dude.
Told you.
Yeah, fucking like a dragon, dude, like a beast. I'm gonna read this off. It's by my sisters that are coming off of IMDb, by the way. So, and the police detective heard on the television series, Marta's sister is watching, voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So on the scene where the sister is watching the TV, and then there's a voice over. There's a voice. That's Joseph Gordon-Levitt's voice.
And she's watching that crime show or something.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah. And the mom tells her to turn it off.
Mm-hmm. That tells her to turn it off, and then but the thing is that Ryan Johnson and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are good friends.
Yeah.
And so he would appear in any movie. Well, he has been in most Ryan Johnson's films.
Yeah.
He's been on Brick. He's been on Looper.
That's right. Ryan Johnson did Looper.
Yeah, and then he did The Last Jedi as a stormtrooper.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in The Last Jedi?
He was a stormtrooper. He was one of those, just like Daniel Craig did too. Yeah,
I know Daniel Craig
I know
was.
you don't like the movie, dude. I think it's...
No, it's cool that he does that though. They're friends, so.
Yeah, but like, don't you think that like let's talk about Ryan Johnson for a little bit. I know we did last time on the podcast, but like you gotta think, like, was he meant for these kind of films, for these kind of mystery films? Besides doing Star Wars, these fantasy like huge
original genre films, it's all him.
Yeah.
But when he got put into the Star Wars world, he tried to change so much that it just wasn't good.
It wasn't. It's just.
But like when he does his own original thing, time after time, proved Looper was good. I liked Looper. I liked Knives Out.
Yeah, I thought Looper was fine. It wasn't that. It was not that,
Yeah.
It was a good story. He has great storylines. Like I say, he's good in original genres. But doing Star Wars was a huge step. It's a huge step for like any director.
Yeah.
Doing a huge, trilogy like that. So
I think he just needed to stick with what was already given to him, not go off and do his own thing. And that was what he did.
Yeah.
Like, because Abrams was like, I have this whole universe established. I know what I want to do with this trilogy. And then Ryan Johnson was like, oh, okay, here's your stuff. I'm going to put that to the side and bring my stuff in. It's like
switching like equipment. So, it's like, this is my equipment, and I'm not going to show you anymore.
When you watch episode 9, most of episode 9 is trying to fix his mistakes.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It's really like, here's all the shit that we did in episode 8. I'm sorry. Well, here's episode 9. Here you go. I'm sorry.
Fix it, yeah.
Fix it. It's all good and gotten in there. But, even though the ending was fucking stupid.
Right. I think Ryan Johnson, he's good at making genre
What's
films.
your name? Oh, Ray. Ray what? Ray Skywalker. I was going to tell you about this. That 6-second fucking scene, that kissing scene, do you know it's confirmed? Do you know that it's confirmed as a non-romantic? How the fuck do you kiss someone for 6 seconds and call it a non-romantic? Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks for buying me Jack in the Box. Kiss you for 6 seconds. What the fuck? Are you... God damn it.
I like how you got triggered on
that. Yeah, I got really triggered by it. I was really pissed. Someone put like, so is it friends that you kiss? Is it still friends if you kiss for someone for 6 seconds? I saw someone post about that on Facebook. I'm
She's a fucking tease in that
She's
movie.
a tease. I'm like, they freaking, you got this guy saved your damn life.
Yeah, she's a tease.
He saved your damn life.
I am sorry if I sound a little... I'm like super fucking tired.
Yeah,
I'm barely.
You've been on like
I've been on like a fucking.
Talking about Star Wars. You were on the Rise of the Resistance, right?
Yeah, so we've been there since like 7.
It's okay.
I'm like you that other week of the Oscars.
Oh fuck, dude. I was recovering for that for. God, it took me like a few days to recover.
But Knives Out.
Knives Out. It was really good. It's just talking about like one more thing I want to just bring up. Daniel Craig's accent. This is another IMDb resource. So his character was, I'm going to try and pronounce the best I can. Bonnet Blanc.
Bonnet de Blanc.
Bonnet de Blanc.
Bonnet Blanc. Yeah.
Well, he got the a speech style from On a Southern Historian by Shelby Foote. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a southern. So it has a southern accent, obviously.
Yeah.
So, what else could we talk about this movie? There's.
I think it got snubbed from a couple Oscars. But
He did. I think I'm glad that they got it into the screenwriting role, the screenwriting category, but it should have went to Best Picture. I would say it would have been great for Best Picture, but why? Why didn't it?
Yeah.
There was a lot of movies like that. You know, you look at Uncut Gems and go from there. Like, why? There should have been more.
Yeah.
But what else can I say about this?
What's your final verdict on it? I give it a solid 9 out of 10.
I give it a solid 9. That scene that I really gave it a crystal 9 because that scene at the end pretty much concludes it.
Yeah.
That scene
just him breaking everything down, and then you find out more about the murder.
That visual scene where that way ending where all the cast are they're seeing the ground, they're on the next to their cars,
yeah,
and the woman's on top of the on top
family.
of the it's
kind of like a
building.
metaphor.
It's a metaphor. I was like, that's such a fucking great metaphor.
She drinks out of the coffee cup this is my house, my rules, and all that.
Yeah,
that's fucking great.
It's great. I was like, I loved how he put that ending really crystal clear about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was really good, and I can't wait to see if they do a sequel.
I can't wait to see it. I say everyone watch it because if you guys really love mystery films, this one's a really good one.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they and we need mystery films like these days. I'm really into those too, so we really should get those more often.
Yeah. So Tessa Thompson.
Oh, Tessa Thompson. What about this woman?
She of course,
plays Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, and she's been Men in Black, and she just confirmed. She just confirmed Christian Bale is the villain for Thor 4.
Yeah. So, do you have any ideas what he's gonna play?
For Thor? No. They said he's gonna be a CGI character. So that's a step. I originally thought he was gonna try to play Beta Ray Bill. I would have loved to see him play Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill, yeah. It's he was like a talking horse, but he picks up Thor's hammer and falls in love with it. He's a talking horse?
Yeah, but he's from a different planet.
Oh.
But he's a badass. He doesn't look like a horse or anything. He walks on twos and he just has the face of a horse. But he picked up Thor's hammer because he was worthy, and when Odin tried to come back and get it, he didn't want to give it up. So Odin made him his own hammer, which is actually
Odin was the character in the Avengers.
Thor.
Or was
Anthony Hopkins?
Oh, duh. Fuck me, right?
Yeah, I think of Loki.
No, I'm thinking of the guy that built his hammer. That special hammer that he made.
Yeah.
On the Infinity War.
So, fun fact about Stormbreaker, actually. Stormbreaker is actually Beta Ray Bill's hammer, but it looks nothing like that. It's actually
really?
It's Thor's size, but half of it's an axe and half of it's a hammer.
Nice. So. Yeah, I love that. I love that hammer. It was such a great way.
Stormbreaker.
The Stormbreaker with the Groot's hand, and then
actually, my dad, he didn't like it one bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool
because that's not how he's
kind of nature looking,
I mean, I'm excited to see who Christian Bale's gonna play. I mean, I love the Thor franchise.
Yeah.
I love. Christian Bale's a great actor, and they're bringing him to the MCU from Batman to whatever villain he plays.
Yeah, he plays. He has a. I'm glad that they're putting him in that one, and then they're also getting him to. They're finally getting involved with Marvel.
Yeah,
so he's done with DC. I know that for sure.
Yeah,
and he's just we don't know when that's gonna happen, but I know for sure he's gonna be in Marvel, and we don't know how long it's gonna be.
2021 or 2022. That movie's set to come out.
Yeah. And then Natalie Portman's going to play a big part of it, too.
Yeah, I think she's going to be the She-Thor, which was in the comic.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. South by Southwest 2020 has been canceled due to the coronavirus.
Why? Why for?
That also goes for...
I already know why.
No, that also goes for why they pushed back No Time to Die for November 2020.
Yeah, and then Mulan.
And Mulan.
So you know how much lost? You know how much they lost though?
How
For that,
much?
$5 billion. They're gonna have a $5 billion loss, and also that Witch.
Why did they lose so much for it?
Because it's a big franchise movie.
Because of marketing and shit?
It's marketing. Yeah, marketing. And then Mulan. Well, you got to add Mulan because it's fucking Disney.
Yeah.
And then they add that too. And then that just puts up so much loss.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, this coronavirus has been, like, literally fucking up a lot of things. South by Southwest, if you guys don't know, is an indie, like, pop culture, movie, music, TV show kind of convention they do in Austin. Every year, and the only reason I know about it is because I used to watch a lot of Rooster Teeth, and Rooster Teeth used to go every year. But
I never heard about it.
yeah,
This is my first time.
South by Southwest has been canceled due to the coronavirus, and it's upset like a lot of people and stuff. However, they're still gonna try to do as much coverage as possible, even though they have that kind of weekend. Had that weekend booked for South by Southwest. They're gonna still try to get in contact with a lot of the indie film makers and stuff, because it's not fair to a lot of these people who make these movies, and then this is like gonna be the convention they were gonna debut
Jesus
at.
Christ, me, dude.
Yeah.
Dang. Jeez, you're a big old fucking snore. That's what it is. It's alright. We have a guy that like.
It's my buddy.
It's my buddy. It's
Sandy.
our buddy. He wants to sleep, so
It's
that's
okay.
fine. I let him like take a.
But I think what was also bullshit was when they pushed back No Time to Die, the new Bond movie, till November 2020 due to the coronavirus as well, because of the premieres. They were gonna have them in different states and countries.
So they pushed back No Time to Die and then
Yeah.
Mulan. I think they're doing something else.
There's a lot of stuff that's been getting pushed back because of coronavirus.
Yeah, it's coronavirus. It's ridiculous. I just don't.
I'm just
Wash your hands. That's
Wash
it.
your hands,
Wash
keep
your
your
fucking
shit
hands.
clean.
Don't fucking buy any water, soap, towels, and paper towels. Gosh, dude, we need people to wipe their asses. How else we're gonna wipe our asses? Gosh, we're not wiping a fucking tinfoil. Shit, dude. Come on. Yeah, but I totally that, and then I was about to say something else about it. It pushed back a lot. But MGM though lost a lot of money from it.
from what? No Time to Die.
From No Time to Die, they lost about 20 million because of the China marketing. Because of that, them pushing back, that caused them to lose 20 million. But I think but Vegas makes a lot of fucking money. I think that's $20 million they could find on the floor if they wanted to, but.
I think it's just because a lot of people, they just don't want the actors or anybody catching it. Or
No, they don't want to.
they don't want it to spread.
Let's spread.
Already worse than it is.
Yeah.
I
hate that.
It is what it is. I still want to see the new Bond movie, and I hope South by Southwest gets...
I need to keep... You know what? I'm really bad. You probably really hate me for this, but I haven't seen any of the James Bond films.
Uh-oh?
No.
Dude, Sean Connery was the best Bond in my hands down.
Sean Connery.
Yep. Connery was good, but Daniel Craig's Bonds were good.
Did he like
Pierce.
James what's his name?
Pierce Brosnan. was
Pierce
good.
Brosnan. Whoa, I said James.
He was good too. James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond.
He was good too.
Pierce Brosnan. I thought he was pretty interesting. He was more a charismatic kind of character.
He was good.
He can get all the fucking women he wanted to.
I am very excited for that.
Then you got Halle Berry in it too, and they fucked it. I don't know.
God. That took a weird turn.
Yeah, no, he didn't do anything. I don't know though. I haven't seen the movie.
A movie that's been in production for 2 years is finally finished, says the director and producers. New Mutants.
Oh
we were promised this
Took
movie
a long ass time.
February 2 years ago, and they did a test screening for it the first time around, and it didn't do well with the audience. They felt it wasn't scary enough. They really wanted to make this like Marvel's first kind of scary
so
movie.
they showed it in they showed like an earlier.
So
premiere?
that's how they do it, is when they want to debate what rating it gets and stuff. They do it what's called a test audience, and you have to sign a bunch of non-disclosed forms. I've done 2 of them before,
Right.
But you have to sign a bunch of non-disclosement forms saying that you won't say anything about it, you won't link anything, you won't put anything on social media.
Yeah.
And they did it with this, and it didn't get the feedback that they wanted. They wanted it to be like scary, and so what they did is they reshot the entire film to make it scarier.
Which it should be, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of this movie. It's supposed to be the first horror
Marvel movie.
Marvel movie.
Yeah, so They reshot it all, but a lot of people are now speculating that they reshot this whole movie to fit in with the MCU. This might be how they introduced the mutants in the MCU.
Yeah,
but who knows?
Who knows? I mean, it's just there's.
All we know is it's done and it's coming out soon.
It's coming out soon. There's a great cast in it. They say, but I know you said that. I know you said for the fact that there was going to be they reshot it and you hope that it's going to be connected to the
MCU.
MCU, yeah. I really want that too. Also, I want to bring up one thing real quick. Did you hear about the pension that they're? Well, I don't know if that's really true or not, but they want to make. You know how like Stan Lee is making cameos. Mm-hmm. They made a pension about saying about Deadpool being the cameos.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be great.
That'd be a way to introduce them too.
Yeah. It'd be really funny. But who knows? Who knows like it's gonna happen?
We shall see.
We shall see.
Mandalorian's also done with their principal photography.
Yep. I'm very. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, season 2 is officially done filming, so they're now in post-production, and if they have to do reshoots later on, they will, but I don't know, man. Season 1 ended so good, and it ended so amazing that I'm excited to see what they do for season 2.
I heard, I'll bring up this funny meme, but going with that, though, it really worked out. It was, like, I think we talked about on the podcast before, that this movie just, this show brought up this whole brought out a different role. Like
it proved that like you don't need the Skywalkers to make a Star Wars movie.
You don't at all. And I'm gonna show you a funny ass meme. But the actor Pedro Pascal, and it's in critical condition and has been admitted to the hospital this morning due to severe back pain caused by carrying the entire Star Wars universe on his shoulders.
Sounds about right.
That's great.
Yep, sounds about right.
That's funny. I think that's great.
Speaking of TV shows, because I know we just talked about Mandalorian finishing principal photography, The Last of Us, the video game for PlayStation, is getting adapted.
Let's talk about that.
It's getting adapted into a TV show on HBO with, of course, the writer who wrote the game and the guy who wrote Chernobyl for HBO.
Have you seen Chernobyl, by the way?
I heard it's good.
It's really good.
Is it?
It's a very short season.
It was a limited series.
It's a limited series.
It was talking about when all that went down in Russia, didn't it?
Yep, it did. How about there was a
it was like nuclear.
Yeah, like a nuclear.
It's still to this day like you can't go there. It's still.
You can't because you'll get
filled with so much radiation.
Yeah, radiation that you can get caught. That can catch you. So much of it.
Yeah,
but
I remember it was like a big part too in like Call of Duty 4. There was like a mission where you're walking through Chernobyl.
Yeah, it's insane that like there was photos, like if you were to, I'm not trying to spoil it as much, but there was photos of it at the last like at the end of the episode, at the actual last episode they filmed of like there's certain like episodes that they showed like the current of what it's like today. And then they couldn't go there. They're filled with like chemical like suits, like they get to prevent them. And then they were walking around filming it, but they said that they couldn't walk. They couldn't walk in. I mean,
there's so many places you can go in Chernobyl. Like they actually do tours in Russia of Chernobyl, but there's only so many places you can go.
Well, it's in I can't remember where, in Slovakia or something like in Russia.
Yeah,
but obviously but it's a good cast, a very good cast, great writing, great story,
and that's what excites me for it, because if you're taking that guy who wrote that and the guy who wrote the actual game, The Last of Us,
won a Golden Globe, by the way. So
really?
Congrats to them. Yeah. So congrats to them.
And you're putting it on HBO for one. HBO can do whatever they want as far as where it goes, violence wise, language or anything. They could put anything they want on there, and that's the thing about Last of Us is. It was not necessary. I mean, yes, it's the whole story around Last of Us is these zombies are called clickers, and this outbreak happens. But there's more to the story than just a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Is that part of the story? Because I was gonna ask you, tell us about the story, because I know Last of Us. I know I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know like the whole premise of that story.
We're gonna get a little bit of spoilers of Last of Us but so the beginning starts where you play as Joel's daughter. Joel is the main character you play as. You play as his daughter in the beginning, and a bunch of stuff starts happening where like everybody starts freaking out and everything. So the apocalypse actually starts happening, and Joel comes back running into the house and everything. Like there's no one at the house. Like the daughter's looking for everybody and looking for see if anybody home. And Joel comes running back into the house and tells his daughter like we got to get out of here and stuff. Try not to freak her out too much. And his brother, her uncle, I think it's honestly the same thing, but he comes and they end up getting in this car and they go into town and then a bunch of shit starts there. And then they get into like this car accident where instead they like get out and start walking. And then what happens is, I think the military comes down, 'cause they get involved in the beginning, and I think they end up killing Joel's daughter. Like I remember she gets shot in the beginning, and that's kind of what spirals this whole story of like Joel becoming this. I think it goes like 5 years later, and Joel is just kind of on his own and stuff, and trying to get around. And then he meets this girl. I think her name was Ellie.
Right.
And the reason why he starts taking care of this girl and looking out for this girl is because it reminded him so much of his daughter.
Did you ever get to play?
I beat it.
You beat it?
I beat it, and then I did the DLC where.
Did you like the story?
The story was really good because so the basic premise of the first game at least is that a bunch of people are trying to go after Ellie because she has the cure to the apocalypse, but in order to get that cure, they would have to kill her for it. Like because they would have to do surgery and kill her for it.
All right,
but Joel
makes a lot of sense.
Joel doesn't want that to happen because he ends up like looking out after this kid like it was his daughter. And he ends up getting this connection with this kid. And so he kind of helps her get away and prevent that from happening. And like towards the end of the game, like they ended up just kind of being on their own and stuff. So now they're making Last of Us 2, which is actually supposed to come out this year. It's been very hyped and
there's another sequel.
Yeah, and I think from what I've heard, I think it's gonna be I think it's launching with the PS5.
Okay.
Or I don't know if it's going to be on PS4
Well, the PS5. Yet. Oh, yeah. Because the PS5 hasn't
come out this year, actually.
Releasing this year.
Yeah, so I think it's launching with PS5. But from what we've gotten in the story, Joel's back, Ellie's back. We find out actually now Ellie's a lesbian now in this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a great thing.
I don't... Well, no, that was just like...
I'm sorry.
That was like...
That's so... It's great. It's a great thing. I don't want to try being an asshole about it.
That was one of the biggest reveals.
You're like, well, she's a lesbian. Well, that's a great thing.
The only reason I bring that up though is because like that was one of the big reveals at E3. Is like they haven't gave us much of a trailer for this. They gave us like the fact that Joel and Ellie will be returning,
and she's the main character, right?
Yeah, she's pretty much the main character, and that Ellie in this one is like became a lesbian. So and she's gotten a little bit older. Right. So. Going forward with the show, I can see them doing this, the first season and stuff like that. But I don't know how fast they can shoot out any more games if they're gonna go, or how much they want to go on the series.
Right.
Because if they could do the first season, which can based around the first game, and they can do the second season based around the second game, depending how long it takes them. If they plan on doing a third game. Because it took them a long time just to do the second game. It took them like a couple years. I think it took them like 5 or 6 years just to do this game. Yeah. And if they want to do a third game, and they want to do a third season, or I don't know how they're going to do it, if they're just going to go off the third season doing their own thing. I don't know how it's going to happen. I mean, usually game to movie adaptations, they change a lot of things just to make it a more realistic thing.
Well, you got to think for like a game like this. And it has a good writing. It has a good story. It has a good story. Like I said, it has a good story and writing.
Yeah.
The premise is great.
That was the thing about Last of Us is like Last of Us was a game that required a lot of sneaking around and just kind of like being smart.
Do you think that they will possibly bring that towards?
I think they're gonna have to because. If you look at the zombies themselves, they're not your normal zombies. They're called clickers, and they look all different. They look all nasty and stuff. So I think that would be a big aspect of this show of like them having to seek.
How nasty are we talking about?
Like they got like They look like they got like
the old ass
fungus and stuff
fucking
all over
old
their
ass lady
face.
from The Shining that we were talking about.
Think about like mushrooms. like they put like think about like you know how mushrooms look like when they come out of the floor and stuff. Think about that like all over the face.
So the lady from The Shining,
pretty much. But it's
all right, cool.
It looks like it could be promising, and I'm a big fan of The Last of Us, so I will very much be excited.
I like because it was a big hype movie. I mean, it was a big hype game.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered that they were gonna make a game like this.
Well,
like, I mean, a movie like this. They were like a movie or a show like this.
And that was the biggest thing when this game came out. Is a lot of people were like, "This would be a good show," but then like for the while they were kind of arguing back and forth. The creators like, "We could make it into a show; it'd be good, but we kind of really want to focus on it being a game." And I don't know what sparked recently, but they just, I guess HBO approached them. He's like, we want to do this with you. We want to do this project with you guys. We want you guys to write it, and we have this guy come.
I'm glad that HBO came involved with this because a thing like this needs to be part of HBO. Not saying because of because of the violence of and then like whatever content that comes with it.
Yeah.
But you got to think that there's you got to think that there's more possibilities you could bring out of this, and is he sleeping again? God fucking damn it, stop sleeping again, frickin' A. I'm not sleeping, motherfucking my ass sleeping, bitch. I'm just kidding. Okay, but the fact that there's so many possibilities like this, like that they can open so much more of the content.
Yeah.
Like we're thinking, like you gotta look at Parasite.
Yeah.
Parasite had that kind of gruesome content.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing a series with this
HBO.
In HBO.
Well, and HBO's got a lot of a track record of making really good shows. Too.
Yeah, they
Game
have.
of Thrones.
I don't think they have much of a disappointing history about them.
Yeah,
because they always seem to be on top of their game.
Yeah,
and you got like you said, Game of Thrones, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Ballers. Like the list goes on.
Yeah,
the list goes on, I just saw. I don't know if you watched The Outsiders.
I heard it's really good.
It's really good. I'm watching it right now. I'm on I think there's
The Sopranos.
There's Sopranos. Well, I'm on the second to last season.
Yeah.
I mean the second to last episode. So they're watching that, and then they're getting very it's getting very intense.
Yeah.
So it's a Stephen King film. So it's Stephen King. Sorry, Stephen King film with this whole thing, but still, it's that like those kind of shows or movies with content like that, very high content, needs to be part of that.
Yeah.
And not just maybe in the theater, yeah, sure, but that could be possibly a rated R film.
Yeah.
It can't be on a Netflix, maybe. I don't know if it does. Maybe because Netflix has been such a it's not so in the popularity lately,
We'll see what's up.
We'll see what's up.
I'm looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to it too because I like the hype of it, and it's coming. I like how they're bringing up the assumption that they want to bring this to a show, not to a movie.
Yeah.
Because if it was a movie, what sense would it make?
Yeah.
So
we'll see what's up. Talk to me about Ben Stiller joining.
Okay, so I don't know much of it. I don't know much of a resource from it, but all I know is that Ben Stiller is gonna be on Fast 9.
Why?
Why? Because it's fucking Ben Stiller, dude. Ben Stiller. Who cares? Who cares? Because he's
a good actor.
It's Ben Stiller, dude.
Don't fucking put him in a shitty franchise.
You know what? I'm trying to look up Ben Stiller at the moment because
just don't put him in a shitty franchise.
Tell me about Ben Stiller. Tell me what you like about Ben Stiller, though.
Dude, Tropic Thunder.
Tropic fucking Thunder, dude.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Meet the parents. Meet the fuckers.
Meet the fuckers.
Um,
we can go.
Zoolander, dude.
Zoolander.
First one.
Yeah. This
Night
guy
Museum.
that got involved with this, I'm gonna really try to look upon this because I really want to get my resources.
Night at the Museum was great.
Do you like Night at the Museum?
I like the first two.
Yeah, I like the first one. The first one was
two were good.
Yeah, I liked it because Robert Williams was in it.
Yeah.
I'm a big, huge
Battle of the Smithsonian was good too.
Oh, okay. Well, we can bring. Wait, hold on.
Is it not Ben Stiller?
I don't think it is.
Oh my God, you got your facts wrong.
Yeah, I got. Wait, hold on. This is 5 days ago. 5 days. Wait, hold on. I gotta look it up and more, dude.
That's
Keep on grooving with the moving.
I don't.
Yeah, I like that. Like, if you were to bring something like Ben Stiller in this movie, would you like it?
So here it is. It was a rumor. Ben Stiller denies Fast and Furious F9 casting rumor.
Yeah, I know, but that was 5 days ago, though.
March 5th, 2020.
March 5th, 2020.
It was only a rumor.
That's a rumor.
So 5 days ago, it was. So at this point, this is from Cinema Blend.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
At this point,
this was this was 5.
At this point, it would seem like just everybody has appeared in the Fast and Furious franchise with Fast 9 on its way. And I still can't believe we're calling it that. No less than 2 former WWE champions have been in the franchise. Multiple characters have died and then turned out not to be dead. Helen Mirren asked to be in the franchise and then proceeded to have that wish granted. Even Wonder Woman was in these movies before she was Wonder Woman.
Well, we gotta think. Let's assume that Ben Stiller was in Fast 9.
Well, here it is. So this made a rumor that broke over the weekend that Ben Stiller was going to appear in Fast 9. Apparently not the craziest thing that could potentially be happening in the franchise. Well, Ben Stiller isn't the first name you think of when it comes to the automotive-based action movies. That was far from enough evidence that it wasn't happening. Unfortunately, if you were hoping to see Stiller appear in it, it seems that won't be happening as the actor has come out and actors come out to deny any truth to the rumor. So Ben Stiller went on Twitter and put, reports of my Fast and Furiousness are greatly exaggerated, meaning not at all true. Sadly, though, I wish them well on the franchise. Fingers crossed it takes off.
Well, and then what source is that from?
Cinema Blend.
Cinema Blend. Okay, check that out on cinemablend.com, baby. Everybody, if you want, check that out. Go ahead. But let's assume that Ben Stiller was on Fast 9.
No.
What would no?
Let's not assume because
no, but like let's think about it. Let's think about why. Why would he be like? Let's think like if he was on Fast 9, why would that happen?
The only thing I can think of is like the same reason why Kurt Russell was in a Fast and Furious movie and he was playing.
Kurt Russell was a fucking what the fuck was he in there for?
He played an agent.
I know, but what the fuck for?
Exactly. That's the only reason I can see
it's like Charlize Theron in there. Why the fuck she was in that for? She's
in this one. I don't know
in this
why.
one too. Well, she's part of a fucking character in this part of this whole series, apparently. But let's assume that if he was in this, what would we think?
I wouldn't. Well, one, I wouldn't watch the movie regardless if he was in it or not.
Yeah,
because.
But would anyone watch the movie regardless?
It's got a big fan base, so people are gonna watch it regardless. I wouldn't because I didn't. They're just getting stupid.
What makes you think? Well, I'm gonna bring it back. What makes you think that whole trilogy got so hyped?
Because it originally started about racing cars and. It was all about racing until like the 5th movie came out, and then
of course
it became like a heist movie and shit. And I think what really took it off was the cars.
Yeah, and fucking Paul racing. Walker and Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I think that's what really took it off. But a lot of people
One Last
cars.
Ride.
Yeah, like 5 movies after.
One Last Ride.
How many times they've said that in those goddamn movies?
I know. One Last Ride. Hey, did I forget to tell you? Well,
Okay, rumor debunked. I don't want to talk about Fast and Furious anymore because this movie's a piece of shit.
I know. You hate it.
Let's talk about...
Especially John Cena being the fucking Veggie.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't even look like him. I was like,
nothing like him.
It doesn't look like him.
It looks nothing like him. Let's talk about...
By the way, we're watching a...
we're watching Batman
We're watching versus Smooth Man. Soothing Man. But speaking of Soothing Man, because the look of fucking Henry Cavill's fucking six-pack. Hey, look at him. There's Bruce fucking Wayne
as Batman. Guys, we're thinking about doing a special couple podcasts where we watch movies and commentate over them. Mm-hmm. Let us know what you guys think about that.
We're gonna think about. So what we're doing is that we're gonna pick a movie, out of any genre. We're gonna watch it and we're gonna commentate without. We're gonna try and not bring the audio.
There won't be no audio.
But just a
picture from the movie. But it'll be our commentating. But we'll let you know timestamps as we go, so you can watch along with us and react with us.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we're doing that. So we'll call it kind of like the Cinema Dudes podcast commentary. So that way we can we can pick any movie from that. Let us know what movie you guys want us to pick too, so we can go from there.
But
what's the next? What's the next?
The last bit of news will be good
Yeah.
because it's something that I really enjoy.
Wow.
They released photos of Bruce Wayne or Batman's Batmobile, and it looks like it's being modeled off like a 1970s.
You mean Vin Diesel's car?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, that's what it looks like. It's being modeled off though, like one of the American muscle cars, but with like.
So what's your thought on this one?
So I when it comes down to Batman, I guess the 2-3 things that always come down to it are what his costume's gonna look like,
right?
His Batmobile, and usually gadgets. That's usually what it always comes down to. 3 things that always come down to Batman. We've gotten the suit reveal, which is pretty cool. But the Batmobile, this is different than the others. The last time we've gotten something like a classic car type Batmobile was Batman 66, and that Batmobile was so bitchin'. But the Batmobile is a very notable thing of Batman because this kind of identifies who he is. This is what he rolls around in with at night, and we've seen some amazing Batmobiles over the year. Michael Keaton had a good Batmobile. Christian Bale's Batmobile was dope. Ben Affleck's Batmobile was really cool. And now we got Robert Pattinson's Batmobile, which looks really dope. If you guys don't know by now, his story is supposed to be, I guess, like the second year of him being Batman.
Yep.
So I can see that he had this like old car sitting around, and this is maybe like a prototype, Batmobile. This is like his starter Batmobile.
Yeah.
Because he's still trying to figure out all this Batman stuff.
So for yourself, for that. Sorry, I went up subject. My thought. I mean, do you want to hear my thought?
Of course.
Okay. All right. Well, we watched Jimmy Irons be the fucking Alfred over here, looking motherfucker.
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
Come on.
Oh, that's Lex Luthor. Oh, Look at him. Wow. Did you like him in this movie?
He was okay. He was okay.
I know you did. You were like
he was okay. He wasn't
he was a piece of shit.
He wasn't terrible, but
a lousy looking piece of shit.
Well, it's like it's like the thing with my Lex Luthors is like you got to be bald for one.
Right.
Lex Luthor's always been bald, but
look at this dude.
Like out of everyone they could have chosen, they kind of chose him. Like really, dude. Like there's a million other people who can put this.
Looks like a Chad.
Like there's a million other people that can do this.
Trad Coger.
Way better and.
Try to track her.
But I mean, I'd take him over Leto's Joker any day.
Yeah. Look, I mean, yeah. I didn't really like the fact that Jesse Eisenberg was in this because they could have picked someone else a lot better than him.
Yeah.
Because he seems not to offend him, but he seems a little bit of a wuss in this one. I mean, the way. Okay, yeah, I don't want to offend anyone. I just don't want to seem like he looks like a wuss. The way that you gotta look at Jesse Eisenberg's like background. He did Social Network. He played Mark Zuckerberg.
Zombieland.
Adventureland. He played a bunch of other different indie films that was just so of him being so shy.
Yeah.
So low and not much of a personality to himself. That's why I just seem that I'm like, why? Wow. Why? What him does it bring that he's supposed to be Lex Luthor? Isn't Lex Luthor supposed to be like a bald, older, more cocky looking motherfucker? Because he is.
Well, but Lex Luthor...
He reminds me of Bryan Cranston, which is Bryan Cranston should have been in that fucking movie.
Yeah, there was a lot of fan casting.
Yes.
But the thing you gotta remember about Lex Luthor is he wasn't always bald. When he was like a kid and like before he bald...
Probably, yeah. I'm sure though.
In the comics, true. Like he had hair for a little bit and then he went bald. But I think with this Lex Luthor, they went for a more... criminal mastermind who's like really psychotic to get what he wants.
Isn't that normal though for any film, for any hero film? Because you gotta think.
But like this,
look at any any Spider-Man film. Look at the one when they did Jamie Foxx and Electro, when he became a scientific nerd and he became this fucking Electro. And then you gotta look at Jim Carrey as fucking Riddler. You gotta look at him. He was a scientific nerd.
Look at this Lex Luthor. I mean, with this Lex Luthor, he had a plan in mind.
Right.
He knew about Superman. He knew about Batman.
Okay.
And he had this plan initially to, I'm going to blackmail these guys. And I'm going to make them kill each other.
Yeah.
And that was his way of, I'm going to take out superheroes. And then I'm going to come in and save the day. And then he had another plan of, that didn't work. So I'm going to make a fucking Doomsday. And he made Doomsday. And he was like, that will for sure kill Superman. And he did exactly that.
Yeah, he did. A little bit. And then
I think the only continuity error that I have issue with this is at the end of Batman versus Superman, the dirt comes rising from the fucking grave like Superman's still alive. But then in Justice League, like it's confirmed he was flat out dead. And they have to actually bring him back. So what was the point of that?
Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities of this movie that I just did not understand, which was the CGI effect on his fucking mouth. On
the mustache?
On the mustache. Because he was making
Mission Impossible.
Snyder
had already filmed his parts, and everything was good. I think Whedon brought him back in for reshoots, and when he did that, he was doing Mission Impossible at the time.
Okay.
And he had a full-blown mustache. But, Superman doesn't have a fucking mustache. Never has had one.
Fucking never did in his goddamn life.
Well, I think he has in the comics. But
probably did. He probably had like a long-ass beard.
This Superman didn't. And when they had to do the reshoots, that's why a lot of people want to see this Snyder Cut. Because, like, a lot of the cast members have seen the Snyder Cut. And they're like,
do you think he has the Snyder Cut, though?
He does. It's just a matter of Warner Brothers letting him release it or not. And I think it's just a licensing and rights
Warner
issue.
Brothers just released it, motherfucker. Just do it.
He's come out with pictures of like he had ideas for like to introduce Darkseid in this movie or Justice League to kind of tease them for like what's coming. And then he had like other concepts of other like stuff to come up and just like better backstories for everything. And
I mean,
like whatchamacallit was supposed to be in there from Aquaman. Willem Dafoe, he was supposed to be in Justice League. They had filmed scenes.
Oh shit!
They had filmed scenes with him to introduce him.
So he's probably gonna be in the Snyder Cut then, probably.
If they ever release it.
If they ever do.
I don't know.
If they ever do. I mean, Warner Bros. You gotta do the goddamn thing right, okay?
It came.
You gotta do it. I mean, I'm just talking about this Southern Asset. 2017. You gotta do this fucking goddamn thing right. It's been 2 years. Come on.
But get
your shit together. Okay, yes. Back to what we were talking about. The Batmobile. Yes. So let me say about the Batmobile. I think it's great. I think it's a great thing that they're doing. I think it's a good concept because what I visually think is that they're gonna have this him being his second year as a Batman.
Yeah.
And him having the Batmobile as that, what would you guys think is that possibly at the end of the movie that he can probably bring up a different Batmobile? He probably reinvented his Batmobile to a larger size, which it should have been in any other film.
Yeah.
And then you guys, like, no one really thinks that. People are bashing about, like, well, it looks like a fucking Don Toretto fucking car. I was like, well, no, it doesn't. Well, yeah, it probably does, but don't assume that. Don't assume that the fact that it's not a Don Toretto car. It's his second fucking year as a Batmobile.
Yeah.
What do you think he had when it was his first year in Batman?
I mean, he has
fucking
the money.
Tricycles. Goddamn.
He has the money, and I mean that's just
He
the
does.
thing. But I think, like I said, he's still trying to figure out
The
things.
car is fucking sick, though. The car
yeah,
looks
dope.
damn fucking good.
Yeah.
It looks great. But I think
Well, I think
that's what we need to see, though. We need to see that
he's gonna have a motorcycle too. We know that.
Yes.
We've seen footage of that.
we gotta see that this is his second year as Batman. We cannot assume that he has everything. He doesn't have a Lucas Fox with him. Lucius, sorry.
Lucas.
Guys, I'm fucking up with this whole words. Don't criticize me.
He got whiskey in him.
Yeah, dude, I got whiskey in me too. Okay, I got whiskey in me, but God damn it. But we can't assume that we don't have a Lucius Fox in this.
Yeah. I don't know where they are with this, actually.
We don't know. We don't really know. We don't know if a Lucius Fox is going to come along.
Yeah.
We know that Jeffrey Wright is going to be playing Commissioner Gordon, which is,
and I believe,
really weird because
Andy Serkis is playing Alfred too.
Which is really weird because we're having a black man playing Commissioner Gordon versus a white man. So where's this gonna take off? You know, is this gonna cause some type of like conflict? No, I don't think so. Hopefully not. But
we'll see.
We'll see though. I think it's really good that we're doing they're doing that type of they're going with that. And I think the cast is great.
Yeah.
They have Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. They have Colin Farrell as freaking Penguin and Paul Dano as Riddler.
Yeah.
And the list goes on. We can't
It's going to be a good movie.
It's going to be a good movie. I think we're being too overcritical about it.
Yeah.
People, well, not just us, but people, and people that are criticizing it in general. Yeah. So I mean, like, we just gotta.
I like Matt Reeves. He does good work.
Yeah, he does. I think I have some high confidence in him. I mean, I can't think of like what other movie he's done.
He single-handedly finished the Planet of the Apes trilogy. He did Dawn and War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh yes, he did. Okay.
So he did those, and I think he did the first. I think he did the
Andy
first
Serkis in this movie.
Oh yeah, he's probably good with Andy Serkis.
Yeah, and he's probably best friends with him.
But that is it for this week, man.
Holy shit, we're already done.
So yeah, so let us know. Speaking of which, we're gonna probably do movie commentaries. Let us know what movies you want to see, or we'll pick some movies too.
Yes.
A couple movies that we haven't seen.
Yes.
But, yeah, make sure to follow us on social media at cinema101_ on Instagram, and follow us on all our streaming, wherever we stream this podcast. Spotify.
I know. Pick 'em.
Google Podcast, Breaker, Anchor.
Say it.
Some of those. And
something else.
YouTube as well. Subscribe.
YouTube.
I'm your host, Anthony.
I am your host, Lucio.
And we will see you next time.
Hooah!